Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and whenever you're watching me right now, my name is Jay Luke, the owner and operator of the Passionates Network, and I'm also the host of Talk That Talk. Remember, you can get any of our merchandise right here on this channel. All you got to do is just click on the store, get whatever you want. You can get 30% off your final purchase. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Passionates Network and click that like button and turn on notifications. I know it's been a while, man. I already know. Man, you ain't been on for a minute. I know, man. It's been a lot, and it's a lot of news things that I just didn't cover that I missed out on. But it's all good. We back. We gonna catch up on everything. Um, but first thing I want to say, man, happy Founders Day to the amazing, amazing brothers of Kappa Kappa Psi National Only Band Fraternity Incorporated. If I'm not mistaken, it's 105 years. Is it 105 years? You know, I can't count for nothing. It's 100. I know it's 100 plus. We'll just go there. 100, 1990, 105 years. Yeah. So, but man, 105 years of service to the college and university band organizations and programs, man. So keep striving, AA, all the good things, man. I had to wear the hat today, and I got the shirt too. So, but um, here we are. We have scores for the band of the year, and I wanted to come at this in kind of a different angle, right? I mean, it's the same angle, but it's kind of a different angle. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I think that, and I have a video that's going to come out later, man, that y'all got to watch, man. That's really going to kind of bring all of this together. But I think that the people who are in charge may be either not connected or misinformed. And the reason why I say that is because as I look at the landscape of the people who have thought processes about what's going on, there are more negatives from the band community than positives, right? Now, this is where I'm going to take the shift. There are a lot more, dang it. You know, I got to learn how to turn my phone off, man. Anyway, but there are a lot more positives. I mean, there are a lot more negatives than there are positives, but I want to shift by saying I want to take a look at the positives, right? And rightfully so. There are a lot of bands right now who are being judged in this particular thing that in any other space they would not get as much shine. As I go down and I look at it, and I even saw, man, so shout out to I think it was North Carolina Central. Shout out to them because they're somewhere on the board, right? And so I want to say that it's good in the sense that people and band programs who would otherwise not get any shine, a lot of them feel good about the positions that they're in, right? And then if you are in a position that is in, high numbers, then of course you're going to be like, well, I agree with it, right? I think the problem comes where there's still so many questions around how things are judged. Because the truth of the matter is that, and again, like I said, I got a video dropping later, so it'll make more sense. But the truth of the matter is that the whole point is to, in my opinion, this part is my opinion. The whole point is to fairly judge each band program. How do you fairly judge each band program off of videos that not all band programs are submitting? Then it's left up to, if I'm not mistaken, the committee to go find, perusing the YouTube landscape for videos of said programs. The problem that we run into is if that program does not have the level of media as another said program, how do you judge that program effectively and fairly? And I think that is one of the issues that I see and that many others see. I'll use this as here's an example, right? So first of all, Div 1, if I'm not mistaken, Div 1 is SWAC and MEAC, if I'm not mistaken, right? When I look at Div 1, the lesser of the videos, that I've seen from this year are Tennessee State and Bethune-Cookman. And I would even go so far as to say PV. Matter of fact, it's more. Tennessee State, Cookman. I'd say PV because honestly, PV has not performed a lot this year. In the sense of, a lot of they may have performed a lot, but there's just not a lot of video because, this was a travel year and their biggest travel, if I'm not mistaken, was the Cotton Bowl. South Carolina State, I ain't seen a lot of Grambling this year. And that's pretty basically it. Central, y'all been out there a little bit this year, right? But my problem is, how do you judge them effectively? If A&T has in the month of, was this November? So in the month of October, if A&T had 4 games and they went to all 4 games and all 4 of those games were recorded, and Tennessee State had 4 games and one of them was recorded, are you taking one video from A&T and one video from Tennessee, or are you looking at all of the landscape of A&T's videos and you're comparing them to the one video that Tennessee State has? What if that the month of October was it's a travel year? Tennessee State can't afford to go to those games, so they don't perform. And the one home game that they did, they don't have a recording of in the month of October. So do you go back to September and you look at September's video to be able to judge the 4 videos that A&T, even if A&T had 1 video in the month of October? That is where a lot of this stuff, a lot of the uneasiness comes from. Not to mention the fact that we're talking about the people who didn't submit videos. What about the people who did? Are they submitting videos where the audio is mastered a little bit better? How do you compare or tell what a drill looks like if the drill is not from the box or even a drone shot? Like if the video is going from wide to tight to wide to tight, how do you tell what the drill is? If I have a tight shot on an auxiliary member, then how, as the drill is going on, how do you judge that? And it could be the same with auxiliary. It can be the same with multiple things. So I think that's one of the issues that people are running into. And so for those people who are in top numbers, congratulations to you. But for those people who are not, and otherwise should be, possibly, people just have questions. And in my opinion, valid questions. So I'm going to look at this list very quickly, and I'm only going to go in a couple of places. Not a lot. Because if I'm not mistaken, the way it's situated, these numbers are telling where they fall, right? So A&T has 1 for drum. Like, what is the criteria for drum major? right? Is it based off of conducting? Is it based off of your 8 counts? Is it based off of marching? Because for me, again, and maybe just because I'm a fan, but how does J5 fall to 14 behind A&T, FAM, Tennessee State, Bethune, Texas Southern, PV, and Alabama State? I'm just curious. Where does that rubric come from? Right? Musicality. FAM is 1. Jackson is 2. Norfolk is 3. A&T is 4. Southern is 5. And Bethune is 6. I'm going to go with the top 6. I'm going to be honest. I've heard FAMU a lot better. Let's just be real. I've heard FAMU a lot better, even from a drill perspective. I don't think this is one of their strongest years. But you mean to tell me that from a musicality standpoint, they're better than Norfolk? And to be quite honest, in my opinion, Jackson's been a lot cleaner than I've heard them in a long time. Like, Jackson has been consistently clean every year. They've gotten cleaner and cleaner every year. I don't know. I'm very curious at this. And I know that we've had the multiple questions about auxiliary. I'm going to go to Div 2 because Div 2 was it Div 2 that I was looking at? Yeah, it was. It was Div 2. This question was brought up. From a musicality standpoint in Div 2, Virginia State is number 1. Fayetteville State is number 2. By the way, I'm doing a Fayetteville State season review video. Somebody requested it, and I got it coming. I've already we coming on that, so stay tuned for that. But Fayetteville State is 2, Langston is 3. I guess whoever the 4th person is not in the running anymore. And then Florida Memorial is 5. Here's my problem with this. I've seen very minimal of Virginia State. Fayetteville got some stuff out there. Not a lot, but they got some stuff out there. I've heard minimal from Langston. I don't know who 4 is. And we've heard minimal from Florida Memorial. How do you judge that? Like, I don't remember seeing much in the month of November, October from most of these people or most of these groups. Specifically because a lot of people were in homecoming time. So how do you judge that effectively and fairly? It's just a lot of questions. A lot of questions that continuously will be asked. And again, I got another video dropping today that I want you guys to check out that's going to really open this thing up and add and provide a lot more questions to what's going on. Again, I'm gonna be honest. I really, really hope and wish for the success of the Band of the Year. Don't get it twisted. I do, but for something that is encompassed by us and what we do, the one thing that I would really, really like is for it to be right and fair and to listen to the people. I get it from a business perspective. I get it, right? You want to run the business how you feel it should be ran. I get it. I absolutely get it. The issue that you run into is the fact that this particular business relies on the people who help fuel the product. And if you don't listen to the people who fuel the product, then the strength of it will not be as great as you would like it to be. And that is the thing. So That's why so many people have so many questions. That's why so many people are kind of leery about it, because it's what we do and we want to make sure it's done right. Now, I'm going to end this by saying everybody ain't going to like what you do anyway. I know that seems contrary to what I just said, but you want more people on your side than not on your side. So that's just my thoughts, man. Y'all tell me what you guys think inside of the comment section, man. I know it's been a while since you've heard of me, but don't worry. Again, like I said, we back. I got another video dropping. Also, man, go ahead and check out our store. Get 30% off your final purchase. Just type in HBCU Band. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, man. I will see you guys later. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace.